Hello, it's time for another postbag unboxing video. Now you can see this parcel's already open because I had a camera error on the phone and I thought I was recording when I wasn't. It's dated the 5th of December, weighs 5.1 kilos, it's an oversized box. And I've managed to open this up without using the pizza cutter. And inside this box there are 4 items. The value of this parcel is over £200. Inside the £200 budget, and I've managed to fit everything inside. So we can see 2 items here, one there and one there. In fact, this is already open. I think it's open because it's been sliding around. The weight of it has just ripped it open. So what's happened is that's been sliding in and out like that during delivery because Amazon didn't bother putting any paper in there or bubble wrap. So as that's been sliding, that's ripped through the tape. So it's not been tampered with. The first 2 items is Rage 2. It's an Xbox One game, and the other one is an Xbox One Premium Edition Grand Theft Auto 5, which was cheaper than the standard version for some reason. I think this one was about £17 and this one was part of a bundle. So I got this one extra because this is the game that I wanted. It's all sealed. Purposely bought this one. This one came with the Xbox, which I'll come to next. Next item is a Xbox One battery charger and batteries for the Xbox One S White. That was kind of easy to open, that just tore it apart. In the centre is a docking station which just plugs into the Xbox One through its USB port, and there's some key and locking mechanism there, and you do have access to your USB port from the front so you don't lose your USB functionality. And then the batteries will get charged in these 2 slots. There is a spring locking mechanism. You've got a 1 and a 2. I'm not sure why it's marked 1 and 2, does it really matter? And then we've got a locking mechanism on the rear, so that looks like it digs into some holes on the Xbox. So once you clipped it in, push this switch into the lock position and that will keep it there, and then you can unlock it if you want to ever release it. That probably gets keyed into somewhere else on the Xbox, we'll see when I get to it. And then we've got the batteries, which are nickel metal hydride batteries, better than NiCad but not as good as lithium ion batteries. These are 2.4 volts rated at 1.2 amps or 1200 milliamp hours. They're not really that powerful, but it would be nice to see what kind of batteries are inside here. I don't know if I'll be able to open this up. No, I'm just going to break that. Looks like it's glued in properly. The other battery is here. So then these will go in, but which way round do they go? In fact, there's a little spring terminal in the center which will have to match on here, and that spring terminal will measure the voltage of the battery, so that would have to go in this way round. Now, is there anything to stop me from putting this in the wrong way round? So if I put this in the wrong way round, in fact there is, because there's a little cutout there, so I can put this in the wrong way round, but it will just pop out. So I'm guessing if it makes a proper contact, then it'll start charging, and then obviously if you want to release the batteries, you just pull that back and then it pops out. And the rest of this box should be empty. Bit of a waste, so they must have a generic size box rather than making a special smaller box. We do have an instruction manual and it is quite thick, so it'll have different languages, and as we can see it's separated into different languages. So what would it say in here? Oh, it'll talk about the charge indication, which I'll see anyway on the front. So we've got 1 and 2, so you know if battery pack 1 on 2 is charging, or if it's charged it will change to a different colour. So I'm guessing it'll be red and green. So that's a bit talking about the lock and how to install it. So you need to make sure it's in the unlock position first before you install it, and then put the lock switch in afterwards. It tells you which way to put the batteries in and which way not to put the battery in, how to unlock it, how to put it in the controller. But where is the LED section? This bit here. So red is charging, green is fully charged. We also have something on the bottom which is a label. Input is 5 volts 900 milliamp hours, so I'm assuming this is a 1 amp USB port, which isn't really going to charge the batteries up very well, but I'm assuming you could charge one and then play with the other one. And the main item is the Xbox One S. It's the S version and it's the Star Wars Jedi. The Xbox and the Rage 2 came as a bundle, and obviously I bought this game extra, and I've got the docking station with the batteries as well. Comes with 1 controller, I think. The first console or computer gaming system that I've had was an Atari ST 512. Then I had a Super Nintendo or SNES. Then I had a Nintendo Wii, and now this is my proper big boys console called the Xbox One S. But I'm thinking the Xbox One S is probably one of the weakest console on the market at the moment. So the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is the name of the game. It's the Deluxe Edition, and it comes with 1 month of EA access, whatever that is. It's rated 16, comes with a 1TB hard drive, supports 4K Blu-ray and HDR. Now I don't have a 4K display, and I don't think my display is also HDR. On the bottom we've got some writing, and I'm not going to be bothered looking at that because it's too small. There's some kind of warning on there, it tells you to read the instruction manual. Well, that's not going to happen. And then we've got some barcode information information which I'm going to have to blur because it might be important. Made in China. We've got a lot number on there, the model number. Inside we've got the Xbox One S console, wireless controller, 1 month of Xbox Live Gold, 1 month of Xbox Game Pass for console trial. No idea what any of this means. 1 month of EA access. The included game is Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, the Deluxe Edition. There's a HDMI cable in here, which I'm not going to use because I've got my own HDMI cable. Then it's labelled wireless networking capability. That's not something that's included, that's part of it. And 4K Ultra HD. So there could be ones without this, I'm not too sure. On the top it's just a bit plain, and on this side is exactly the same. So if I remove the outer sleeve, we can see the front cover of the box, which is different to that. And then on the rear we've got some generic Xbox stuff, so they've just put an outer sleeve on there. Because this box is already open from the bottom, I might as well open this box upside down. Now there's something here which I can slide out if I move this across. Now normally this would be a box with a power supply, but from basic research the Xbox One S have done away with the external power supply, so this will just be the cables and stuff. I'll pull that out. There's also something at the bottom here which should be at the top if I open it up the right way around. I'll come back to that later. There's also another box which I'll come back to, and then the console itself, which is quite heavy. It's supposed to be 40% smaller than the original, but it's probably not 40% lighter. And then this is what you would have seen at the top, but because I've opened this box up the other way around I didn't see it. This will probably be the instruction manual. It tells you how to connect everything up, how to put the batteries in, how to pair it, and then what it looks like when it's okay. Is that the instruction manual? Right, okay. There's another box. Let's see what's inside this box. Warranty agreement, EA access, so I need to cover all this. That's kind of important. That's for the Star Wars Jedi, the Xbox Live Gold. There's also a code there which I also need to cover, and there's a code on this side for the Xbox Game Pass. The next box has two different sections, so I'm guessing the HDMI cables in this one and the power cable, and I don't know what's inside this one. Maybe the batteries. So let's open this up. In fact, we've got the power cable here, which is a figure of 8 power cable. It's all coiled up neatly with two plastic straps going around it. That was in that tiny little space there. And in the other section, we've got the HDMI cable, which I said I'm not going to use because I've got my own HDMI cable already plumbed in. And then what I do need to take out is the console, which does have some weight to it, and that's because the batteries are there as well. The plug has one of these pull out tabs you can get to the fuse. It's black, so it's rated at 5 amps as we can see there. The branding is Asia Fuse, and there's a British standard number on there. The print quality is kind of decent, but I've never heard of this brand before. And then you just pop that back in and then close it in. The controller itself has some AA batteries in there, and they look like Duracell brands. In fact, they're Duracell OEM, so these will be heavy duty batteries. It was manufactured in June 2019 and it should be good till June 2026, but it should be fine using it past that date. Now from research, these batteries last 30 hours, but then you'll have to buy new batteries, or you can buy rechargeable batteries, and that's why I've got this battery pack. The rear is textured, gives you extra grip. You've got a sync button there, left and right trigger, and then two more buttons up here. You've got your A, B, X, Y button, menu button, screen button probably, I don't know what that is, even that's a button. Now this is weird, I'm used to having the two thumb wheels here and the cursor there, and the D-pad here, like with this gamepad. So these two are here and then the D-pad's there, and this one can be charged by a USB and it will work as a USB gamepad or a Bluetooth gamepad. The buttons are kind of similar, in fact they're all flipped the other way around. This could be a PlayStation design and that could be how the Xbox is. It's a bit cockeyed like that, but people who normally play Xbox will say this is normal, this is how it's meant to be. We can take the battery cover off and we can see how everything connects. There is 4 pins on here, so maybe you can actually charge this up via USB. There's a USB port here, and then there's 4 terminals there to charge the battery pack. So maybe I made a mistake. I should have got a battery pack that I could have charged a USB up on there instead of getting these battery packs like this. And then I need to figure out which way around this goes. There is a little cutout there, so that would obviously go in like that. And there's one terminal there which will meet up to with one of them pins. So do I just squeeze that in like that? And then do I just turn it on? The light is on, so there is some charge on there. So we've got the plus and minus sign on there, and that is a very tight fit. And then we've got plus and minus on there as well. So this plus and minus doesn't have any contacts on there, so those two must be bridged together. The disadvantage now that I'm seeing that is I won't be able to charge this up. And now I've got to try and figure out how to put this in, because that doesn't want to go in now. Oh, you have to put it in at a weird angle. So you can't just, oh, I can slide it in like that now. So I'm guessing what's happened, no, I don't know what's happened. First time I tried doing that, it just wouldn't go in. So I think you have to go in like that at an angle and then push it in. Final item is the actual Xbox. Disadvantage to the Xbox One S is that it's white and all my equipment is black. So I've got a DVD home theatre which is black, TV stand which is black, and the TV is black, and this is the only thing which is white. Even the Apple TV 4 and the Android TV are black as well. I suppose I could put this upside down. So we got on the bottom it says Xbox One model 1581 and it says hello from Seattle. It's actually from China. We've got 4 tiny rubber feet at the bottom and the Xbox logo, which you can just see there. These rubber feet will probably get ripped up if you keep moving your Xbox around. On the front we've got a pair button, an IR sensor, that looks like an eject button, and I opted not to go for a digital version, which should have been cheaper. In fact, I think it would have been cheaper because I don't have a fast internet connection, so I don't want to hinder myself. We've got the USB port here, more vents on this side, more vents on the rear, the IEC connector which is the figure of 8, 2 HDMI connectors, one's a HDMI in from a satellite cable, so I could possibly connect the Android TV into here if I don't have enough HDMI ports. And then we've got the output to the TV, 2 USBs, super speed, not USB 3.0. In fact, I think they are USB 3.0, but they're the wrong colour, that should have been blue. The IR out, guessing we can control IR devices such as the cable satellite box. We've got SPDIF, which is optical output for your audio. We've got an Ethernet port, which is RJ45. Kensington lock there, so you can lock it up. And we've got an Xbox sticker there with a QR code. Serial numbers here, so we can blur that. And the manufacture date is August 2019, so it's kind of new. On this side, we've got some more vents. I'm not going to open this up. We've got a couple of cutouts at the bottom, not sure what they're for. So whilst I've got this here, I can connect this up. The first step is to have this in the open position, and then these will slot into these holes. That USB will just go onto there. And then that keying mechanism will be in this gap here where the DVD drive is. Or Blu-ray. I think this has Blu-ray. Now the two different whites are slightly different. This is a bit of a brighter white than this white, so it's not matching, but that fits in okay like that. I've not locked it in, but that's still secure. Well, it does wobble a little bit, so I'll put the lock in now like that, and that makes it secured properly. We've also got some rubber feet on the base of the charger, and that's what the Xbox will look like. Looking at the specs between the Xbox One S and the PlayStation 4 Slim, the Xbox One S is heavier. The CPU is not mentioned on the PlayStation 4. The graphics is not as powerful. It does less calculations, which is in teraflops. The graphics memory, which is 8GB, is the older type, which is DDR3, which means it'll be slower. PlayStation 5 is DDR5. The hard drive is 1TB in my case, but you can get up to 2TB. Those are the important bits. The others are pointless in looking at. And if we compare that with the premium versions, which is the Xbox One X and the PlayStation 4 Pro, they can do a lot more calculations, and you do have more RAM, except you don't on the PlayStation. It also talks about the memory bandwidth on here where it didn't before. Here we can see that I paid £11.12 for Rage 2, which I didn't. It was bundled with the Xbox One S 1TB console. We add those two up, which is 168.87 plus 11.12. That was £179.99. The battery pack was £9.37. Grand Theft Auto was £17.99. So now it's after Black Friday. We can now see what the actual prices should be. So I'm just going to open up all these in a new tab in the same order that they're listed here. Rage 2 is now £16.13, so the price has gone up. If it was a standalone console, it will be £227.99. So if we deduct that from the price that I paid, £227.99 minus £179.99, that's £48 difference. But it wasn't just a standalone, it was the game bundle, which is £266.12. So that's what I should have actually paid. So £266.12 minus £179.99. I saved £86.13 during Black Friday. So that's one option, the Star Wars game and the Rage 2. The other option was Forza, but it's not the normal racing one, it's the Forza Lego game and the Lego Movie 2. I'm not sure if that's a game, it might be a game, so it's a Lego game movie thing. I think I'm a bit too old for this. And Forza, probably a good game, but the Lego version, you'll probably get bored with it, so it wasn't for me. And then next we can see it's not the Xbox One, but it's the battery pack, and that price has has actually gone up to £10.71. But that's Amazon just dropping the price over time and then bumping it up again, which I'll show you soon. And then finally Grand Theft Auto 5, which is £17.99. And what did I pay for it? £17.99. It was £1 off, so it must have been £18.99 at the time. It's still £1 off now, so that wasn't part of the Black Friday sale. That's just its price. So now I'm going to copy the ASIN, which is a unique number from Amazon, and open up a website called Camel, which is a Amazon price tracker. There are other ones such as Keeper. The disadvantage to this one is if no one searched for it before, as in entered it in on this website, then it wouldn't know about the product. Now adverts are showing up on here because this laptop doesn't have a ad blocker, whereas my other laptop does. So we can see the current price is £17.99, and then we can see a chart when it first came out, or when it was first listed, December 2019. So there must have been a different version, because this is the Xbox One Premium Edition, so there are other versions. But when this was out in September, it was £20, and then the price has dropped. So I've got it at a good price, but then in the future the price could drop further. If I have a look at the battery pack, £10.38 is the price, and we can see it going up and down. So when this was first out, it was £21 or £20.99 probably, and then we can see there's a lot of spikes. So I did get it quite low, but it has been £5.60 in the past, but I think it's a decent price. Maybe it's not, I'm not too sure. Next is the console, which is the Star Wars and Rage 2 that I got. Now when this was first out, it was around £270, so let's scroll down further to find out the first price. Looks like it was the highest price of £268.44, and we can see during the Black Friday, Cyber Monday, in fact I did buy all this on Cyber Monday, it did drop down to £179.99, and then it did go up a little bit more the day after. So if people missed Cyber Monday, they could have got a bit of a discount still, and then the price jumped up again near enough to what it was before. This was listed on Amazon in November the 20th. Just going to see if I can get the standalone price, which is £227.99, and see how long that price has been near that figure. So that was around £250. It did drop before, and then there was a massive drop here where it stayed around £230. Well, it looks like a massive drop, but it doesn't drop all the way down to zero. So when this was new or released in October, I'm not sure how old the Xbox One S is, we can possibly find out. November 2013, so it's, ignore what I'm saying. So this is this listing rather than the actual product. So £179. Let's see if there is anything currently at that price. So we've also got the all digital version 2, and that is £169.99. so this is £10 less than what I paid. It doesn't have a DVD drive for you to load games in, everything's all digital, and it didn't come with any games. So yes, it's kind of good. Now I could have got the Xbox One X or the PlayStation Pro for about £299, so that's its price. It's normally around £400, so it's still £100 off depending on which one you're getting. And I think the PlayStation was £200, but I wouldn't been able to get any games, batteries or anything extra. In fact, let's go back to the gamepad because I missed something out. So at the bottom of the gamepad, it looks like we got some kind of HDMI cable. I'm not sure what that is, and we've got a headphone jack. It's like a mini HDMI cable. So can you like connect a display on there? Let's have a look. Some kind of wireless adapter. I don't think there was an actual manual, so I'm going to have a look at this quick sketch on the internet. And it is number 9, which is an extension port. So what's the extension port for? Something about an Xbox One Play charge kit and Xbox One chat headset. So I'm guessing it's the Xbox One Play. So now I need to see what that is. I've also noticed I don't have a Star Wars game, so I'm guessing that's already pre-installed on the hard drive. Some kind of wireless adapter on there, but I'm not too sure what. So there's a cable here. What's that cable for? Doesn't tell me. So write in the comments and tell me what this cable is for. Well, that's a micro USB cable for charging, but what's the expansion port for? Now I'm going to test some of these games because they need testing, and then I'll probably upload those games as well. I've opened up the games up. So the first one, which is Rage 2, has some kind of Doom card on there. So is that another game that I could get, or it's just an advertisement? I'm not too sure. And then Wolfenstein on the rear. So I think this is just an advertisement. It's not what's included. We've got the warranty information on here. Oh, we've got what the controls are, ground controls and driving controls. I'm assuming I can find this out on the menu. So that's just nothing really. But with Grand Theft Auto 5, I've got an add-on, which is the Criminal Enterprise Starter Pack. So that's there's a download code on the rear, which I've covered. So that's quite good. I need to figure out how to get online. Do I need to pay to get online? There's a Grand Theft Auto online there. Controls. Oh, there's also a map as well. Game does have a GPS, but we've got a map of Los Santos. I don't think anyone uses paper map nowadays. So that's the city area, and then we've got a Sandy Shores area. area which is a zoomed in part of somewhere else, and then on the rear we've got a zoomed out part of the map. And I'm thinking when you're playing this game, most of it is shaded out. I don't think I need a paper map, do I? So we've got a lot of sections which are not populated, and then even more up here which is not populated.